Welcome to all of you to this 23rd edition of the Pitch Medicine Advertising Outlook. That's almost a quarter of a century. The world, the advertising world, the media industry has come a long way. Sam would remember the first few events to release the Pitch Medicine Advertising Outlook were organized in Delhi at the Nico Hotel near Janpath. I don't see, Sam is there, yeah. At the poolside, Sam. And, 23 years back, I just, tried to dig out some numbers from that time. And as you can see, the ad industry was, of course, much smaller. The ad industry grew 12% in 2003. And as you can imagine, the overall size of the industry was much smaller. It was only 8,000 crores. TV, digital were almost 90% of the entire media business. Television alone was 44%, 45%, and so on. The year before, the ADEX had grown by 4.3%. TV, as I said, was 45%. And if you look at this, dailies were growing at 18%. Newspapers are back. We were just discussing that, arguably showing good growth in the last year or so. And if you look at the last line of the report, it also mentioned ADEX on internet. The terms online spends, digital spends was yet to be coined, and it was just given a generic term. The number, as you can see, would be a rounding off error for many of the large media companies today. Now, cut to today, what's happening? FICCI, EY released their report last year. India, as many of us know, is expected to have almost 1 billion active screens by 2030, out of which 240 million will be large screens, TV and connected television, laptop, PC, etc., while the remaining obviously will be small screens. That, of course, is making a huge shift in terms of how content consumption is happening. Pay TV, free TV, connected TV, all of them are equally split and garnering audience attention. Connected TV, pay TV, free TV, each will be around 60 to 80 million. That's the broad ballpark number. And the 3:1 ratio in favor of the small screen also means the rise of spends on things like social commerce, short video formats, retail media that has come up really big in the last 3-4 years, and obviously gaming has become big. And I just dug out a few numbers from the annual reports of the large media companies, and as you can see, this last year has been a year of shift and change in the media advertising business. And as the economy faces headwinds and digital growth story continues, there is also a significant shift in how earning of ad revenues of media companies is changing. As you can see from this slide, most of the growth is concentrated with the large technology platform. And while we all know Google, Meta, retail media stories really well, if you look at the last column in the slide, it talks about Q-commerce and many others like the Paytms and the phone pays of the world, who have galloped in the last 3 years, and combined ad revenues have touched almost 5,000 crores. Now that's a significant number, more than 2 times the entire television broadcast industry. So that's the shift that we are talking about. Many themes have been discussed and spoken at fora like today, and many revolve around how technology and AI are changing the face of marketing. And in this process, advertising businesses and media companies are also obviously having to reshape their narratives. While the Pitch Medicine report focuses mainly on ad expenditure across various media formats, this ADEX is naturally a result of changing client spending patterns, which in turn is driven by fast changing consumer behavior. 2023 was a year when we can say television ADEX degrew in a normal year, and by normal year I mean an year outside COVID, outside the any global financial crisis. And a result of that, we've seen a lot of consolidation happening in media. Digital, we all know, is already consolidated in the favor of 2 large players. 2024 was also a momentous year in that sense. We also saw the consolidation of sports and TV businesses, which means, sports inventory, 80-90% of marquee sports inventory will now be with a single company. What does that mean for the sports and hence the ADEX ecosystem? IPL, rough ballpark, 5 to 6,000 crores would be around 5% of ADEX. IPL ad rates from what marketers tell E4M are already up by 60 to 70%. I'm told recent ODI England CPM for mobile was 450 rupees as compared to 138 last year on IPL. So that's a significant jump. CTV rates, I'm told, are already up by 4 to 5 times, 3 to 4 times rather. So what happens, as this trajectory of consolidation continues? Will 2025 be the year when ADEX rises on the back of significant price increase instead of volume growth, which a trend that has been happening in the last few years, but will that really come full circle? So that's 2025. In the meanwhile, marketers are also playing catch up with their ever-changing consumer behavior, and today's agenda tries to capture many of these facets, from the evolution of TV screen, which Mr. Harit Nagpal will speak about, to kickstarting the economy through advertising, Mr. Fairwani will talk about, and the smart choice on CTV, which Satya Raghavan from Google India will take up. We also have sessions on FTA and pay TV, and also around, what happens, what about standardization of viewability in digital? Measurement of TV and digital has been a, very big topic of debate for the last few years. And then we also come to, what media audit companies are doing. We have Meenakshi Menon here, who now runs a new age app called Gen S Life, the app for 60 plus life, and I'm told media audit services are not available on this app. We also have then Gauravjeet and Vikram talking about how AI is changing marketing and the face of business. So today's sessions really try and capture all that is, leading to this tectonic shift in the marketing and advertising space. 2024, I presume, was the year when many of us in the room also missed our annual targets. Like Dheeraj said, 16% was the projected growth, and we ended up with 10%. 2023, rather not 2024. In 2024, the ad growth projection was 12%, and without revealing figures, which Sam will share soon, the overall sense of the economy tells us we didn't get there, most likely. Will 2025 be any better? Mr. Sam Balsara, my ask of you is that, for many people in this room who might have, missed their annual bonuses last 2 years, this year to be a little more reasonable on numbers, so that at least we can all, get to the numbers that you project for the year. So with you, I'm looking forward to all the sessions today and a day of learning. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Sam, for partnering with E4M 23rd year in running, and hopefully we'll be celebrating our silver Jubilee anniversary of the report very soon. Thank you.